Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And Mr. Hochberg, you and I have talked extensively about the Ex-Im Bank's announcement following President Obama's Climate Action Plan in June of 2013 and the bank's guidelines for high carbon projects in December. I know you've answered this question before, but in light of that policy adopted by the bank's board of directors, do you believe that the Export-Import Bank chooses winners and losers in U.S. industries?
No, we don't. But we do have a standard that Congress has put in our charter since '92 that we must take the environment into account.
So you've got the charter, which is a policy of picking winners and losers, a policy that favors renewables over fossil energy projects, and then you have this additional codification of the policy of picking winners and losers, which was the December 13th guidelines.
Well, what you referred to, much of this is actually in our charter.
Right. So the charter is inherently part of the policy of the bank, which interjects political judgments about what energy projects are worthy of financing versus others. What is wrong with that analysis?
Well, Congress's judgment makes a decision on what guides our behavior. So these are all been
right. So okay, fine. You can blame it on Congress.
I'm not blaming
but you, sir, in response to President Obama's Climate Action Plan and in announcing your board's discriminatory policy against coal-fired power, said this, quote, "Without guidelines or limits, ever-increasing numbers of new coal plants worldwide will just continue to emit more carbon pollution into the air we breathe. I strongly support the administration's efforts to build international consensus such that other nations follow our lead in, quote, restricting, unquote, financing of new coal-fired power plants." How is that not a policy of picking winners, renewables, or nuclear, or non-coal fossil energy over coal? Loser. How is that not picking winners and losers?
Well, sir, we finance a lot of coal exports. We finance coal mining equipment, but we have a restriction about financing coal-fired power plants except in very poor countries.
Right. You are not letting the marketplace dictate this. So what does the marketplace say? Here's what the marketplace is saying right now. The marketplace is saying that the demand for coal-fired power, particularly in lesser developed countries, is skyrocketing. The International Energy Agency concludes that 1,000 gigawatts of coal capacity will be built globally by 2040 at a cost of $2.5 trillion, irrespective of American policy. Here's what the IEA says. In the World Energy Outlook, the use of coal for power generation will continue to increase until at least 2035 to 2040 and will remain an integral part of the energy mix long after that. Here is the sad conclusion that I draw. The United States has the best, most environmentally friendly energy technology on the planet with respect to coal-fired power. Your bank's decision to not finance coal-fired power projects overseas with American clean coal technology is resulting in China financing these projects and using inferior electric generation technology. The bank's policy, ironically, is contributing to a worse environmental result. Is there any response to that, and China's export credit agencies doing the job that you won't do?
First of all, we will finance coal-fired power plants in poor countries. In those developing countries, we will certainly do so. We haven't had an application.
Okay. So you're citing an exception with poor countries. So my question is this: have you, since you announced the guidelines, has your board agreed to finance a coal-fired power plant in a lesser developed country?
We have not received an application.
Have you invoked that exception? Because China is not. China is financing coal-fired power. India is financing coal-fired power projects. Do you think they have better technology in generating coal power than we do?
Well, the U.S. government's in negotiation with China and others to restrict it globally.
Well, okay, so in 2030, and if you trust China, that's a great assumption. But doesn't allowing an exception for lesser developed countries, doesn't that actually imply in the policy itself that coal-fired power plants have benefits as cheap and reliable sources of energy for poor countries?
Short answer from the witness, please.
There is a benefit for poor countries, exactly. That's why the exception's there.